like a king, heart steady like a drum. One king's two, that's where I'm coming from. Be strong, stand tall, let the world understand. Wisdom in my veins.
We want to send a big shalom, shalom, shalom to all our brethren, the Strongmen Club, in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know we in the house. Minister Yashar here with GYC Community Hebrew Congregation. If you haven't heard about our community, you can go ahead and Google GYC Hebrew Congregation. It's a community, Israelite community, that teach us about who we are and that educate our men, especially you so-called blacks, natives, so-called Hispanics. You are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. It's a message we will continue to echo until the end of time. But now we in the Strongmen Club of that community, which we teach men how to be men. We teach men how to fix your household. And as the men ministry, we need that strong network, that strong backbone that teach men how to carry themselves as royalty in these last days. So welcome to the Strongmen Club. Another class, Fix a Sexless Marriage. How to fix a sexless marriage. Welcome everyone.
Blood of kings in my veins, unshakable force. Guided by the scriptures.
As we begin, we will start with 1 Kings 2 and 2, as we always do. Please, Chief, lead us away. 1 Kings 2, verse 2.
The 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 2.
Bring it out.
Go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man.
Right. Show thyself a man. Showing yourself a man doesn't mean outwardly, but be decisive, be a man, take responsibility. That's what it means to be a man. Because from the beginning, the Most High created you to be the leader. So whatever fails, it's on you. Whatever that doesn't go right, it's on you. Your house, your problem, and your solution. Your wife, your problem and your solution. Your children, your problem and your solution. So as a man, any problem that's going on in your home, especially when we talk about sexless marriage, it's your problem, all right? And it's your also solutions. So again, we say welcome to all our brothers. We hope that we will really enjoy that lesson. You know, it's always a hot topic when we talk about sex. But tonight, in the light of the Bible, we will show you how to fix sexless situations. Now, according to statistics in the United States, their mentioned studies show that many marriages suffer from lack of intimacy. About 15 to 20% of marriages in America are sexless, meaning less than 10 times a year. People are doing their deeds less than 10 times in a year. This is a disaster. Because we all know sex is foundational when it comes to relationship. So why not? That's why we got a lot of people going outside of their marriage, divorce. Is because sex is a really big thing, a big deal in any marriage, right? Not having intimacy in a relationship is the same as just having having cereal, but you do not have milk. This is what like relationship become nowadays. Where we really, because sex is the physical bond that really connects you, literally the connections that keep the marriage going. But how we having that problem? And maybe also in our community as Israelites, we have that same situation. So we hope our lesson will have a big impact and can really transform the way we approach both intimacy and the way we approach marriage. So we will start with 1 Corinthians 7 verse 3 and 5. So let's see what the Bible say, what the Most High say about, first of all, intimacy. 1 Corinthians 7 verse 3 to 5.
Alright, let's get the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 3. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 3. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband.
According to scriptures, let everyone render to each other due benevolence, meaning what's rightfully theirs. The minute you marry a person, the minute you marry a man, for the woman. The minute you marry a woman, for the men, your body officially belong to that man. And we will show you that in the scriptures as well. Is there more on that? Keep reading.
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 8.
You reach verse 3 to 5 already?
So like verse 4. The wife has not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband has not power over his own body, but the wife. Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency.
Hey, Chief Nopash, please, can you look up the word defraud for me? That's a strong word here, defraud. It sounds like you're committing fraud. Okay, so I want that word. Right? So let's get that.
Right, so the word defraud means to illegally or dishonestly take something of value from someone.
Oh man. Okay, so according to the Bible, it's illegal. Oh my goodness. A lot of people are watching marriage. You don't understand that. It's illegal in front of the Most High for you. It's fraud. You see how the Bible describes this? Taking away sex from your partner. It's fraud. You robbing your partner. You robbing God. Oh man, this is good. I like that. I like the definition. Read that definition again, please. I like that definition.
The book of the definition for the word defraud, it means to illegally or dishonestly take something of value from someone, right. Usually money, property, or rights by deception, trickery, or false representation.
That's right. What's rightfully theirs, because the minute you marry that man, the Bible says your body belongs to that man. And most of the time, the problem with that, unfortunately, with our women, but there's a lot of things to explore. It's not only the woman's fault. As we begin the lesson saying that whatever goes on in your house is your problem and you need to find a solution. So as a man, your job is to fix that, even if the problem is coming from the woman it's, herself. So, but the base here, the Bible says it's fraud. You illegally withholding what's rightfully that man or what's rightfully that sister. Sometimes some men too, you guys not sleeping with your wives. The Bible say it's illegal. God say it's unlawful. You thought only stealing was against the Most High. But yeah, it's against the Most High for you to withhold sex from your partner. It's illegal. So, I like that. So that being said, we see the Bible say your body belong to that man and that man's body belong to you. Do not defraud one another except with consent. Except when each of you agree and be like, you know what? I'm going to go fast. I'm going to pray the Most High. Do we agree on that? If the wife say no, like, yeah, you can't just go ahead and go fast. And I've seen that even in Christianity, where the woman will say, man, this week I'm fasting in my church. No intimacy. It's illegal. The Bible say, except there's consent. Meaning both of you agree for it. You cannot just be like, oh, there's a 21 days in my church. Just tell me not to have sex. It's illegal. Because even in the scripture, when you deal with your husband, the only thing the Bible says, you cannot go in the sanctuary. You cannot go touch holy objects, right? We're talking about Leviticus, I think, 15th chapter. But it never said don't do it. But if you do it, stay home, right? But it's best not to do your own pleasure in the Shabbat, of course. You understand? But the Bible is saying just stay away from the sanctuary, except for those reasons. But anytime you guys decide to take a break, it has to be consensual. So no church, no I decide, my body, my church, my choice. It's only in America you see people telling me, oh, my husband raped me. How? Like, you understand that your body belongs to your husband, right? Like, the only reason why he raped you is because you refuse to give him what is rightfully his. It's illegal in front of God. I know in America they got jacked up laws, right? That tell you, oh, you raped your wife. And the Bible literally give him what is rightfully his, man. It belongs to him. Just like his body belonged to you. He cannot say you rape him too. Because your body belonged to him. There's no such thing in the scripture. Right? So that being said, we have to put things on that understanding level before we go further. Number 2. What you need to make your wife understand. So first, you need to make your wife understand that first. When you're dealing with your wife or your husband, whoever is listening, your partner, you have to have them understand 1 Corinthians 7, 3 verse 5. It's first have them understand your body belongs to me, according to the Bible. And it's fraud. You frauding me. You defrauding me, according to scripture. You have to tell her straight. God says it's illegal. And read the definition of defrauding for her or for him. And then let them know it's against God. And remember, when you go against God, God will also be against you. If they still don't want to, then go pray to the Most High and tell the Most High, hey, my husband or my wife is breaking your law, not giving me what's rightfully mine. And the Most High will deal with it, for sure. But what we need to understand, sex is not only physical. It's a covenant duty and an act of love. A wife or a husband need to know their refusal without cause hurt the marriage bonds. Get me Ephesians 5 verse 31. Ephesians 5 verse 31.
We're going to get the book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 31. Is it up here? The book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 31. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh.
There shall be one flesh. This is the complication you create in marriage. The minute you do not want to give intimacy, because you're supposed to become one flesh. One. So what are you doing? One flesh also means that physical connection. When you leave your father and your wife, becoming one flesh literally means when you're on that bed, you and your wife become one in the bed, a big pile on that bed. That means you all become one flesh, meaning that interconnection, that fleshly interconnection have to be made for it to remain as one flesh. So now you understand, when you're not giving that man what's rightfully his, as we mentioned earlier in 1 Corinthians 7 verse 3, then you breaking the bond. So a lot of time women will go around and say, oh, my husband cheated on me, or he went and get another wife. Well, you broke the bond first by not giving him what's rightfully his. The same thing happened for the men. If you're not giving your woman what's due, that's why the Bible says you need to come together before Satan come between you. Let's get that right quick. I'm going to show you that. Right? Let me get that. Let me get that. 1 Corinthians. Read that again. 1 Corinthians 7 verse 5.
Let's read 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 5. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 5. Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not.
That's what
for your incontinency.
That's right. When you're not consistent, then Satan tempts you. Why Satan tempt you? Because guess what? The marriage is not connected. Because you're not giving intimacy. So that man gonna go out there and get another woman, or may go out there with prostitute, or whatever the case, what he does, and then you're gonna be like, men are dog, men always cheat. But What part do you play in that? In not giving that man what's rightfully his? If you're not satisfying that man, of course, just like intimacy is like hunger. When someone hungry, they got to eat, and they'll get the food wherever they can get it. Okay, they'll get it, and the same thing goes for the woman and the man. The man not giving you that thanks, you putting her at risk of being tempted by the devil. And she may end up cheating. That's why certain men, they go and do truck driving. I feel sorry for you fellas because you're working long hours. But you also leave your marriage exposed because now your wife at home, all kind of things going through. She's resisting every day. You going for a week and she got needs. That's why the Bible says the only time you should be separated is when you go pray. After that, come back together. Let's Satan tempt you in your inconsistency. Even the Bible, I know a lot of brothers will say, why can't she wait? Why can't she? But even God is telling you, if you are inconsistent, Satan will eventually get you. So you can't leave your wife at home for weeks, for months. And then you're going to say she's a whore, she's this and that. But she's in a situation where you're not fulfilling her duty. That's why it's better, like if you go do truck, it's better your wife do truck. Go do truck with your husband. I know a lot of brothers that do that. They have their wives with them. And that's why a lot of people say truck drivers and nurses, especially traveling nurses, they cheat a lot. Of course they will, because their husband not here. They're all over the place. So it's always best, like if your husband doing truck, you got to do truck. Or you're not doing it at all, find something else to do. So you be with your wife. Honestly, I think certain careers is not for people that are married. You understand? Especially if y'all can't come to understanding that, hey, we're going to do this together. But that's another lesson for another time. So we need to understand that. We become one flesh. We owe each other our bodies. Now, there's another aspect that brothers need to also understand about women. Many women have problems with, meaning compare themselves to false standard of beauty. What's going on with women? Women have what we call estrogen. Meaning women are not like men. Men have testosterone. This is why we become warriors. This is why we don't care about details. We don't care too much about our bodies and things like that. Women are because women have estrogen, they're very detailed about they're very critical about their own bodies. And a lot of time, there's a disconnect during sex. Meaning the woman is, maybe she had a child and she's thinking about her belly. She's thinking about, man, what is he thinking about right now about my belly? What is he thinking about my breasts? What is he thinking? Women are very detailed about their bodies. So this is one thing we need to be aware of as a man. You need to uplift your wife. You need to always make her feel important. Because especially when her body change, her sex drive will also drop. Especially after children. Because she have a lack of self-confidence in herself. While women don't care, honestly, men don't care about sisters. In fact, if men tell you something about your body, it's because it really bothers them. Men are very vocal when they don't agree with something. So if he doesn't tell you anything, he most likely, like 99.99% don't care about your breast look, about your stomach look. He doesn't care about all that. You judging yourself too hard. Men don't really care about those things. But unfortunately, as we say, your wife, your problem as a man. But I need y'all to be aware of that, especially men, that sometimes the only reason the woman shut down is because there has been a change in her body. Now she's self-judging. Women are very sensitive when it comes to their look and how they look and stuff like that. So a lot of time you can be, in the middle of intimacy, instead of her focusing on what you're doing, the deed, she's thinking about, oh, my belly, where they cut me doing surgery. My belly is this. Man, what does he think about me? Women are very that. That's why you should have a conversation with your wife. and tell her, hey, are you ashamed of anything in your body? You'll be surprised what she tells you. Okay, you'll be surprised, and you'll realize that there's a lot of things that gonna disconnect you during sex, because while you're touching her breast, instead of her focus on the deed, she's all focused on what is he thinking about my breast. My breast become so big now. My stomach become this and that. So she's not in there, and that's a disconnect. A lot of time that shut down women, and then notice there's a drop in sexual activity, especially after children. Women after children, they're very sensitive about their bodies, and a lot of time that really don't give them any incentive for them to do the deeds, because they feel so ashamed of their bodies. That women, you brothers, your job is to uplift them, is to tell them that it's not what really matters. Get me Proverbs 31 verse 30. Now if there's any sisters listening, I'm going to read that verse for you. Proverbs 31 verse 30.
Proverbs chapter 31 verse 30.
Yes.
The book of Proverbs chapter 31 verse 30. Give her the fruit of her hand, and let her own works praise her in the gates.
Proverbs 31:30.
Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that fear the Most High, she shall be praised.
Get me Song of Solomon 4 verse 7 as well. So as we can see, the Bible say favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. All these things pass away. And most men already know, you sisters, your body will change. And you guys need to tell your wife, I know your body gonna change. My body changed. Men's body changed too. But guess what? Intimacy is about enjoying yourself and enjoying the connectivity the Most High give. So men have to focus on what women need to get her mind in the game, instead of criticizing her body. This is not good enough. This is not good enough. Enjoy life. Get me that Song of Solomon 4 verse 7.
The book of Songs of Solomon chapter 4 verse 7. So, okay. Thou art all fair, my love, for there is no spot in thee.
You see that? How Solomon was uplifting that woman? He said, you are fair. There's no spot in you. Of course, she had spots. But guess what? Solomon, your job as a man is to uplift your wife. Because women are very critical of their bodies. You have to tell them, you good, baby. I love you the way you are. Don't worry about anything. You have to bring that comfort. You have to bring that self-confidence. And this is why even psychologists say before you have intimacy with your wife, there's a game they create. They're called Tell Me 3 Things I Like About You. But you can't, like if you say 3 things today, you can't say the same 3 things the next day. Before intimacy, they advise men to tell the woman 3 things you like about her. She tell you 3 things. What does that do? Mentally prepare the woman to know that, hey, my husband loves me and there's nothing against that. So you have to uplift your woman. You have to tell her, you good the way you, because especially after women have children, trust me, sex drive is killed in them, because that, oh my God, my belly, my this, my that, and that alone will kill intimacy in the marriage. All right, so be mindful of that, brothers. Very important. So now, next thing you guys need to be aware of is check your hygiene. There's nothing that kills intimacy faster than bad hygiene, especially you brothers. Most of the women, they're good on that side, but a lot of time we men, we can smell down there. And one thing I gotta tell you, smell either attract or repel your woman, because women are, I said, have estrogen. They have a finer sense of smell, meaning they'll smell any little thing that you're not even smelling. Women see things that you're not looking at, because the Most High create them for the little details, right? So their senses are enhanced. So let's say you as a man, you see your wife used to, love to, the first days when she met you, then the sex drive is killed. maybe you not smelling right coming to bed. Right? So a lot of men don't look at that. You're like, oh, my wife is not sleeping with me. What's going on? Well, that could be one of the reasons. What about now? Before you come to bed, you smell good. You take a good shower. You smell good. You put something real good on you that look great. That say I'm ready for sex. Don't come with jeans in bed. Because women are turned off by the slightest things. It's not their fault. Because that's how the Most High make them. So you have to be in the right condition. That's why I always say that women is the being the Most High create that help men become perfect. Because women see things you're not seeing. In the same way, men make women become perfect. Because where they lack, we have. And where we lack, they have. Right? So, but if a man, you come to bed any kind of way, you don't look, when you first met her, you had a millionaire perfume on. Now you got 3 doves. One died under your armpits. So, you got 3 pigeon perfume and one died under your armpit, man. Like, that's not good. If you come into bed, come right. Make sure your hygiene, your mouth too. Sometimes woman is kissing you and they smell that thing too. That they turn off. And then from that then on, it's like automatically their body is rejecting you. Whenever you're trying to approach them, it's not good. They don't wanna. They're turned off by your bad hygiene. Brothers, take charge of yourself and make sure you smell good, especially on the men's side. It happens also on the women's side now, right? But today's Strongmen Club, right? It's all about you, brothers. Fix that on your end and make sure if your wife also, the reason why you're not sleeping with her is because of bad hygiene. Make sure communication, not attacking. As we mentioned before, a conversation have 2 parts: rational, emotional. Rational is instruction, emotionals are attack. Instead of saying, oh, baby, you stink, you need to take care of your body, just say, babe, I think you need to take care of your body so we can have great sex. Don't attack and be like, you stink. That's not helping your situation. So, that being said, hygiene. Take care of your hygiene. Have nice pajamas, nice boxers, and keep your body in shape too. Sometimes your woman will, depend on the women. Some women don't care, but some women do. If your woman care about body shape and stuff like that, keep your body in a way that attract her too. That's all part because your body belongs to that woman, and whenever she see you, she need to have feelings for you. So keep that in mind. Next, 5. One thing we also need to know: how's your sex game? Today we're gonna go a little bit deep. How's your sex game, right? But you know what? Before we go on the sex game, I wanna go on conflicts and forgiveness. Then I'll go on the sex game. Get me Ephesians 4 verse 26-27 out. The book of Ephesians 4 verse 26 and 27. Conflicts and forgiveness. A lot of time, for conflicts are the barriers of intimacy. And sometimes you brothers may end up saying something curse that woman in a way, especially if you curse the woman in her private. A lot of time they will not open their legs no more to you. Right? You've got to be careful about what you say. That's why the Bible say, if let no corrupt communication proceed out of thy mouth. So a lot of time you guys curse these women and they hold grudge for a long time, and this is why they ain't opening their legs too, right? Ephesians 4 verse 26. Right?
The book of Ephesians chapter 4 verse 26.
Bring it out.
Ephesians chapter 4 verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not this sun go down upon you.
You here?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I didn't hear the last one.
Let me read it again. It says, be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
Right. So you can be angry with your wife, but sin not. Meaning, don't say jacked up things. Don't call her stink down there. You guys know a lot of men, your mouth are so filthy, man. You guys gonna call the woman your private stink. You're gonna tell her that, then later you're gonna go to it. Women are very sensitive, like when it comes to you cursing them down there. So if you do that, man, like that's bad. That's very bad. And a lot of time most women I talk to, they say, man, I don't want to open my leg to that man because he cursed me down there. Bro, the Bible say be angry and sin not. But let's say you already did, right? Mark, get me the book of Mark 11 verse 25. How do you fix that? Because we're here to teach you how to fix things.
The book of Mark, chapter 11. What verse?
11 verse 25.
The book of Mark, chapter 11, verse 25. So, okay. That's wrong. The book of Mark, chapter 11, verse 25. And when you stand praying, forgive if you have aught against any, that your Father also, which is in heaven, may forgive you your trespasses.
So next thing you're gonna have to do, there's nothing forgiveness cannot take back. So you have to apologize. Learn to apologize. Sometimes the reason why your wife don't want to open her legs is because you said something very bad, and then she hold grudge to that. So you gotta go back and apologize. Just like, forgive others. Your wife also teach her, hey, listen, I know the scripture say you have to forgive me. I'm so sorry I said that, and I promise that'll never happen again. And you'll see that make a big difference when you're able to apologize. So you have to initiate peace and extend forgiveness. So the marriage bed is not defiled by anger. Sometimes anger is the one that defile your marriage bed. So go ahead and apologize. Don't be proud. The Most High say in Proverbs 16, verse 16, he hates a proud man. Don't be proud. If you said something jacked up, especially cursing her down there, bro, go apologize right away, man. Or you'll never see the light of them legs no more. Right? So that being said, fix that. Now the next thing we're gonna talk about, how's your sex game. So let's say now you fix your problem with your wife, you fix your hygiene, you help the woman with the body shaming part. Again, check which problem is in that list. So far we show you people gotta understand. I'm gonna go before the sex game. Number one, people have to understand that your body belongs to your husband or in your wife, right? Respectively. Your wife need to understand, both of you need to understand that you guys are one flesh in the Most High, right? The minute you guys are together, you're not on your own no more. It's no longer my body, my choice. No, you guys are married. Your body belongs to each other. Number three, what we learn is that sometimes women are very critical of their bodies. You brothers, it's your job to uplift them. We also learn for conflicts and forgiveness. Make sure you forgive. Now we're gonna go. We also went about check your hygiene, because sometimes that smell you bring in the bed is turning her off. And the same thing goes to the woman as well. But we're talking to men today, right? So 6, how's your sex game? So a lot of time, what's killing marriage is none of what I just mentioned. Sometimes it's just the brothers suck at sex, period. Because the problem with sex is that nobody's going to show you what to do. Except when you come to the Strongmen Club. We're going to give you some tip. But even that, we cannot really show you in a physical way. We're going to give you some tip. But as a man, unfortunately, there's no school that teach people how to do it. As everything in life, for you to be good at it, you need to learn it. The same thing with intimacy. You understand? For it to be great, for it to have that fire, for your wife to be thinking about you. After they're done it, and the whole day she's thinking about how we did it last night. And she can't wait for next time. You have to have game. Right? Unfortunately, a lot of people don't have that sex game because nobody can really teach you that thing in that level, unfortunately. But tonight we're gonna give you some tip. Hopefully that helps. But your job as a man is to learn. You have to learn. Yes, it's a skill too. Did you know that it's a skill? You understand? Because yes, There's pleasure. We see that throughout uh, the songs of Solomon, how Solomon is showing, I love your breasts. So let's get that. I'm gonna show you. Solomon had game. A lot of you think those things are not in the Bible. They are in the Bible. All right. So let's show you. Let's show you something. Let's show you some Solomon game right quick. Let's go to the book of Song of Solomon. Yeah, so, Song of Solomon 7:3. Right?
In the book of Song of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Thy two breasts are like two young robes that are twins.
Read on.
Thy neck is as a tower of ivory. Thine eyes are like the fish pools in Heshbon. By the gate of Bathrabim. Thy nose is as the tower of Lebanon, which looks towards Damascus. Towards Damascus.
Keep going.
Verse 5. Thine head upon thee is like Carmel, and the hair of thine head are like purple, and the king is held in the galleries.
Keep going. Yeah, read till all the way till 10. Till verse 10.
How fair and how pleasant art thou, O love, for delights. This thy stature is like to a palm tree, and thy breast the clusters of grapes. I say, I will go out to the palm tree, I will take hold of the boughs thereof. Also thy breast shall be as clusters of the vine, and the smell of thy nose like apples.
The Solomon said, I'm gonna climb up there and take hold of them boats, them breasts. I'm gonna grab them. So the brother had game. Verse 9.
And the roof of thy mouth like the best wine for my beloved, that go down sweetly, causing the lips of those that are asleep to speak.
It says the roof of thy mouth like the best wine that go down sweetly. We all know what that means, right? Causing the lips of those that are asleep to speak. Meaning she's giving some good love, touching his body, doing whatnot. But keep going, verse 10.
I am my beloved's, and his desire is toward me.
And his desire is toward me. Meaning, because of how Solomon was, Solomon desired that woman greatly. Right? So if we keep going on, you'll see how Solomon described how he made love to that woman. But that's what telling you Solomon also had game. And the Bible also leave those things for us to also have game. But some of our men think sex is just intercourse. But sex is not only intercourse. When we look at the word sex, it just means pleasure. What does that mean, pleasure? So here's some game, brothers. Before you go deal with your wife, during the day, do this. Write those down. Send some little sexual text, right? Send some text that say baby and whatever you want to say, what you going to do tonight and stuff like that. You need to do a preparation. The best sex do not begin with intercourse. While you're at work, send something sexy. Send some words, right? So that's you preparing. The second thing you can do, you can send some flowers. You have to, before you get home, build what we call build a sexual tension. Right? You have to build that. And get me Song of Solomon 1 and 2. Let me show you. And the next thing is what we also call what you're gonna call that is when pre-play or something like that. Foreplay is when before you have to start building attention in foreplay, especially when you get to the bed, right? Now, during the day, you already prepare her mind, tell her, hey, I need you tonight, and you say something nice, right? And you're going to build that tension. When you get home, she couldn't wait because she already in the mood. You put her in the mood, especially if you bring some nice flower with you at home. She loved that, right? And then when you get home, guess what? Get me Song of Solomon 1 and 2.
The book of Psalms of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 2. The book of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 2. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for thy love is better than wine.
That's right. So then that's what you call foreplay. Do you know some men don't even take their time to kiss their wives? They just go straight to it. Ah, baby, I'm tired. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Sleep. Good night. Microwave. Beep, beep, beep. Good night. You know, like there's no time for kissing. But the Bible is saying, hey, he kissed his wife. So you as a man, your job is to, take your time. Because as I say, sex is not only intercourse. Sex is pleasure, meaning take your time. Take your time, right? What does that mean, take your time? Take your time to touch. If you don't know where that's more sensitive in her body, right? Ask her or do some research about physiology to know which part of the body is more sensitive. Or ask the woman, tell her which part, and start touching. Tell her which is more sensitive. Or while you're touching her, you may see she react differently. Learn her body. Take your time and, spend that night in doing your thing. Not just go ahead and 1, 2, 3, and then you go to work because you're tired, right? So I know some of you are tired for real, but I don't know if you have to drink some Red Bull, man. You gotta still wake to do the deeds, right? Don't sleep on her stomach either. Now, so next, when you're dealing with your wife, don't just go ahead and ask permission. By example, if you're dealing with her, or can you please turn? No, don't tell her to please turn, because that turn off women. Be assertive as a man. Just, you guys gonna have to figure out a couple of things. But I'm just saying, don't ask permission, especially in bed, because women don't like men that are, men love assertiveness. Women love assertiveness when the man is assertive, especially in bed, right? Show your domination, and women like it more when the men dominate than the woman dominating you. Some of us, in these last days, most of us, or us men, we become super lazy when it comes to sex. We want the women to jump on top of us. No, take control. Women love that when you take control. They love it. Most of them, they love it. So take control and stop letting her just do that helicopter on you and you lay down after that. You feel good. It can happen sometimes, but most of the time, take control because they love that. All right, so next, let her climax before actual intercourse, meaning make sure before you actually penetrate that woman, make sure she's fully on. She's really switched on. Don't just, sometimes the woman is not on yet, and unless, you guys both agree to have what we call equity, you will know. And then now you're ready to do that. There's a last thing. Saying don't look to your own thing, but look to the things of problem. So if, by example, you reach your promised land first, right? You reach your promised land first, then your wife haven't reached your promised land. Your job is to help her get there. Because a lot of time, women will lose them. Make sure she also reaches the promised land, right? Next thing we're gonna talk about, right? So the sex life, everyday sex life, right? So the sex life, everyday sex life, is not too great. Is not a good thing. Yes, although intimacy is good, right? But at the same time, having intimacy every single day is not great, because it's just like eating a food every day. So that being said, a good balance is no less than 3 times a week for health and intimacy and bonding. So 3 times a week is decent, right? But having it every day, don't have it less than 3 times a week, but don't have it also every day. Because once you're having something every day, then it becomes boring. Unless you want to do new things, bring in new things and new ways, right? But other than that, it becomes pointless when you keep having sex every single day. So that, let her body rest, let your body rest. And so when you guys finally go back at it, it's a spark, right? But don't keep doing it every day. It's not good for you either way, because you will lose your vitality very early. So this is our lesson. So let's recap. Sexless marriage. In America, sexless marriage is composed of up to 20% of marriages in America. But the Most High say your body belong to your husband and your husband body belong to you. And 2, what we talked about is why your wife need to also understand the same thing, that her body is not hers. It belongs to the men, because you guys are one flesh. We also talk about women and shaming their own bodies and being very self-judgmental. They judge their body too harshly. Your job is to uplift your wife. Tell her, hey, even though your body changed, I still love you the way you are. Don't worry about it. Because sometimes the reason why women cannot deal with intimacy, because they're judging themselves so hard, about how the changes of their bodies. What we talk also about is check your hygiene as a man. Make sure your hygiene is good. Sometimes it's your hygiene that's turning people off. We also talk about your sex game. Make sure you do a foreplay, meaning while you away, make sure you're texting your wife nice stuff. Right? Make sure she's on her game before you get home. And during the deed, also take your time. Make sure you touch. Make sure you say words. Make sure you activate that sexual power. And then you can go slowly. Don't go too hard, because, again, a lot of men think, that's one thing I want to add to that. A lot of men think, having sex with a woman is go hard to make sure you show her who's the boss. This is not what sex is about. It's about pleasure. Because a lot of you doing that, you are so rough. A lot of women also complain, my husband is so rough that I can't have sex with him. So, that being said, don't be too rough. You can only go hard don't say, please, can I go hard? So you can say something like, do you want it faster? How do you want it now? Right? So things of that sort will let you know if you can go faster. And sometimes the woman will tell you faster. Sometimes her body will tell you go faster. But you need to go with the flow. But don't just start. Some men, as soon as they start, they got to go hard. Like they're in a race, or they're trying to kill somebody. Right? So take it easy. Go easy and go with the flow. As she's moving, you can go faster and sometimes slow down, sometimes stop. All these will contribute to better sexual experience. We also talk about forgiveness. Sometimes the only reason why marriage is not having sex is because of conflicts. So make sure you forgive one another. Make sure you ask for forgiveness if you said something. Make sure you fix those. And the last thing we talk about, have sex less often. So having sex every day could be bad for you, because eventually what it does is it kills the spark, right? So it's just like eating something for too much. So, do it as much as you can, but don't do it overboard. Don't go overboard with it, because you're going to lose that spark soon. Or your wife may lose that spark. On that, all praise to the Most High, Hashem Yashar. Is there any questions on our end here? Any comments as well on the lesson? Brothers, any comments? Any comments on the lesson? Any question? We had a wonderful lesson. I hope nobody slept.
Wonderful lesson. Keep up the good work.
On all praises. Anyone else? Any question? We had such a great question, such a great class. I hope that we ask as much as questions possible, so we can fix those situations. Very important. Anybody else?
Yeah. Walking like a king, heart steady like a drum. 1 Kings 2:2, that's where I'm coming from. Be strong, stand tall, let the world understand. Wisdom in my veins, gotta show myself a man.
Alright, so all praise to the Most High by Hashem Yahushai. May the Most High keep us strong in this truth as we grow more and more to fix what is broken. May the Most High bless our household and bless our nation. All praises, shalom everyone, may the Most High bless.
But the fire's in my soul, dominated the world. Yeah, I was set the goal. Proverbs 24, strength wrapped in the wise. Vision clear as day, I see through the... They fear the strength cause it shakes their schemes. Hating from the sidelines, interrupting the dreams. But yeah, our made us leaders, the design's divine. So we building up the fam, 1 brick at a time. Strong minds build kingdoms, no cracks in the throne. Wise man stands firm, even when he's alone. They hate to see us rise, but the fire's in my soul, dominating the world. Yeah, I will set the goal. Blood of kings in my veins, unshakable force. Guided by the scriptures, I'm staying the course. Without strong men, no family can thrive. We the backbone of the world, keeping hope alive.